2020 election results changed our lives forever. It impacted our quality of life, cost of food, gasoline, safety, and even the geopolitical landscape. America is more divided today than ever before. It has become increasingly apparent that there are significant challenges to free speech, as demonstrated by the efforts to silence my husband.
They both want to be your next president. Now finally, Kamala Harris.
Do we believe in the promise of America?
Donald Trump.
We will soon be a great nation again.
Face to face, historic. The ABC News presidential debate, moderated by David Muir and Lindsay Davis. Tuesday live on ABC and streaming on ABC News Live, Hulu, and Disney+. The ABC News presidential debate.
What is that about? What is that about? I think you understand. I'm pretty sure you know. Oh, it's going to be good. We're going to be good. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. We are all in this together.
Yes, we are.
We're going to be fine.
We are.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Thank you so much.
Did you get some spices today?
Absolutely.
You did? Oh, it's all good. It's all good. We're standing strong.
Right back. Do not cheat.
Samuel,
Yes?
tell the men from the FBI who the Gahe are.
The Gahe are mighty spirits who dwell in desert caves.
Me. Is your name Samuel?
Sorry.
What, did you join a boy band?
No.
Single person watching this. $5 right now. Kamala and Tim would have any amount. $5. That is all it takes to make a difference in this election. If every single person watching this pitched in just $5 right now, Kamala and Tim would have the resources they need to win in November. The strongest grassroots team in their corner. And any amount adds up when we're in it together.
Sad about the way that some
Look at how awesome our God is. He's working in ways that we could never imagine. We all have dreams that we've given up on. Goals. I've made mistakes. I've missed too many. God is about to surprise you. He's going to do something out of the ordinary, something that you didn't see coming that will boggle your mind. You quit believing for it. You accepted that it's never going to work out. But like with Jacob, you're going to stand in awe, not believe in your eyes, thinking, I could have never fathomed this would happen. That's how amazing our God is. Now you may...
My mother had another lesson she used to teach. Never let anyone tell you who you are. You show them who you are. America, let us show each other and the world who we are and what we stand for. Freedom, opportunity, compassion, dignity, fairness, and endless possibilities.
By the age of 30, you should understand these three big truths of life. Believe me, most people don't get it until it's too late. First, your potential is meaningless without action. Dreams, great, but they're just the start. The world doesn't reward dreamers, it rewards doers. Stop waiting for the perfect moment, it doesn't exist. Second, nobody's coming to save you. Not your parents, not your partner, not some miracle chance. You're the hero of your own story. Take charge of your life, your successes, and your failures. It's both liberating and scary. And third, comfort is the enemy of growth. If you're too comfortable, you're not growing. Comfort zones are cozy, but nothing ever grows there. The life you want is on the other side of fear. Embrace discomfort, seek out challenges. The most successful people don't avoid failure, they use it as a stepping stone. If you've made it this far, drop a 100% in the comments and hit that follow button. It shows you're in the top 1% of people who actually finish what they start.
Now don't let the ugliness of what you're going through fool you. God is still on the throne. He said, weeping may endure for a night, but joy is coming in the morning. Another way to say it, you won't have the strength to move forward if you're weeping over what's behind. It takes a lot of energy to think about the past. He's going to do things in your life that your family hasn't seen. He's going to open doors of influence and favor greater than what's happened in the past. There are things you're about to step into that are going to seem beyond your capability, illogical, too good to be true.
I don't know what I don't know, and I need to talk to me.
I saw the price tag and I said, well, screw that. I'm not going to pay money to somebody to help me find a job.
I was skeptical and I was scared.
What I'm doing may work. It's going to take forever, and I don't have forever. So this is an investment in your career?
All of these claims sound completely outlandish to a point where you're like, I don't think this can be true. And what happened next is that I did get a job within 90 days and I did get a significant pay rise.
I had a job offer for a senior customer in my career.
Well worth the price of admission.
It's completely changed my life to consider everything differently. I've moved
It all back to that day when I'm like, something has to change. Find a different way to solve your problem, Beth.
If I had put this effort in earlier, where would I have been?
When you're at the point where you're like, okay, I'm ready for professionals that have real strategy and give you the individual steps and tactics to actually make that come true, then that's when you're ready.
Dream, it doesn't often come at you screaming in your face, this is who you are, this is what you must be for the rest of your life. Sometimes a dream almost whispers, and I've always, human personal intuition, always whispers, it never shouts. Very hard to hear. So you have to, every day of your lives, be ready to hear what whispers in your ear. It very rarely shouts. And if it is something you think you want to do for the rest of your life, then that is going to be what you do for the rest of your life. When you
office as president, when Abraham Lincoln entered to give his inaugural address, one man stood up. He was a rich aristocrat. He said, "Mr. Lincoln, you should not forget that your father used to make shoes for my family." And the whole Senate laughed. They thought they had looked at the man directly in the eye and said, "Sir, I know that my father used to make shoes for your family, and there will be many others here, because he made shoes the way nobody else can. His shoes were not just shoes, he poured his whole soul into my father's shoes. He was a genius, and I am proud of my father." The whole Senate was struck dumb. They could not understand what kind of man Abraham Lincoln was. He was proud because no one can hurt you without your conciliations. You are growing every day.
I'm working on a special for ABC Primetime on AI. And the reason why I wanted to do the special is because I'm right where most of y'all are with AI. I mean, you hear it all the time, and you hear it's going to change our lives, and we are aware of it on our phones, and you're aware of it in your cars, and you're aware of it for certain areas of your life. But what is really coming? What is happening with AI? And how are our lives about to really change? That's what I wanted to know. So I brought, first of all, the people who know, who have various opinions about what is coming. And I'm excited to find out for myself. I also have a little, I won't say fear, because there's no need to fear the future because it's coming no matter what you do. But I actually do have concerns, like who's going to be in control of all of this. So.
Sometimes what you don't know is good for you. If you get a negative report and you overanalyze it, you reason it out, study it all day, that's going to take your faith. That's why this...
It took me 10 years to learn this, but I will teach it to you in 1 minute. 1, life waits for nobody. Get up every day and keep pushing through, no matter what. 2, make sure you take good care of yourself. If something happens to you, the world will move on and you will fall behind. 3, if you don't work to build your dream life, someone will hire you to build theirs. 4, work in silence, celebrate in private. The people love to ruin things. 5, don't regret your past. Just learn from it and move on. 6, no one cares. Work harder to become better each day. 7, ignore advice from anyone who doesn't live the life you want to live. 8, rule over your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. 9, if you find someone better than you, don't hate. Ask them for advice and cooperate with them. 10, you are truly at peace with yourself when you mind your own business.
Your right time is coming. We're all waiting for something, waiting for a dream to come to pass. Quit trying to talk. God has people already ordained that you can't make leave. People that want to.
If you didn't make it in your 20s, you can make it in your 30s. And if you didn't make it in your 30s, you can make it in your 40s.
Here's how I take Swenson Health.
If you didn't make it in your 20s, you can make it in your 30s. And if you didn't make it in your 30s, you can make it in your 40s. And if you didn't make it in your 40s, you can make it in your 50s. And just remember Grandma Moses. So she was a painter. And she didn't start painting until, I think, in her 80s. And one of the most prolific painters.
It's never too late.
Never too late.
Never
So
too
have
late.
fun. That's what it's all about. If you
Just learn how to get stuff done. What I mean by that is, I've seen at every level people who are very good at describing problems, people who are very sophisticated in explaining why something went wrong or why something can't get fixed. But what I'm always looking for is, no matter how small the problem or how big it is, somebody who says, let me take care of that. If you project an attitude of whatever it is that's needed, I can handle it and I can do it, whoever's running that organization will notice, I promise. And which is why I think with young people, you don't always need to be so impatient asking for the plum assignment. A lot of times the best way to get attention is whatever is assigned to you, you are just nailing. You're killing it. Because people will notice, oh, that's somebody who can get something done.
First 25 years of our lives, we are trained to listen to voices that are not our own. Parents and professors fill our heads with wisdom and information, and then employers and mentors take their place and explain how this world really works. Your intuition is different from your conscience. They work in tandem, but here's the distinction. Your conscience shouts, here's what you should do, while your intuition whispers, here's what you could do. Listen to that voice that tells you what you could do. Nothing will define your character more than that.
I could not do anything that I do on a daily basis, much less have arrived at this point, without an extraordinary network of friends. I mean, my best friend from kindergarten is still one of my best friends. And I think, and again, I mentor a lot of young women mostly, but young men also. And I say to them, it's really important, and I say this to everybody, choose to be around people who love you, who care about you, who are going to be honest with you, like, girl, you need a mint, People who will be like, if you trip and fall, they'll laugh with you, but then they'll pick you back up and push you back out there. And I think when we talk about our power and I believe one should try to never let anybody take your power from you. And that includes knowing what is in your power to do and being intentional about it.
I love this clip from...
You want to be. You have to put your foot down. You are as happy. You have to put your foot down and say, this is the day the Lord has made. I am not going to live sour, defeated, depressed. I am not going to let what people do or don't do What they say or don't say, what I have or not have, keep me from being happy. I've made up my mind. I'm going to enjoy this day. It dishonors God to go through the day upset, frustrated.
Do you remember when it was like September? Love was changing the mind to love while chasing the clouds away. Our hearts are ringing in the key that souls are singing as we dance in the night. Remember how the stars roll the night away.
It's that dream in your heart. And Kamala, when God gives you the assignment, when He plants that dream in your heart, He also gives you the anointing, the faith, and the power to accomplish it. The batteries are always included. Now it's up to us to activate that power. There would be forces trying to convince us to settle where we are. It's too big. It's never happened in your family.
What men don't understand is nobody cooks for her, nobody cleans for her, nobody makes her meals, nobody does her laundry, nobody makes sure she's okay. A woman is always instantly looked at as someone who needs to take care of everyone. But who takes care of her? She deserves a man who can take some of that weight off her shoulders and be her peace, because she also gets tired. She's always expected to be the strong one, the caregiver, the problem solver, but even she has her limits. She needs someone who sees her struggles, someone who understands that she can't do it all alone. A real man steps up and says, "Let me help you. Let me be there for you." Because she deserves more than just being everyone's support system. She deserves love, care, and someone who makes her life easier, not just someone who takes from her. Remember, a woman who does it all deserves a man who's willing to do just as much. Drop a 100 if you agree with me, and pass this to someone who needs it. God bless you.
Be the hardest thing.
Yeah.
When you first get on the people are picking up now. People are picking up and want to talk with him. If you get somebody on there, I'll talk to them.
Can I call my sister?
Yeah, call her.
This is her first presidential election, and she is so
How old is she?
excited. She is 20.
Who's calling? How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Your sister's down here working like crazy to make sure we win this election. So she said I might be able to convince you to vote for us. Are you feeling hopeful about the election?
I really am. It makes me really happy. I mean, I have a 1.5-year-old son, and I just, every time I see videos of you guys and see the work you do, it just makes me really, really happy. And
Well,
yeah, I'm very excited.
It's a privilege to do it, and I said that there's a sense of optimism that they're trying to mask in the American public. We are not hateful people. We are not divided people, and so grateful for what you're doing. Your sister's doing good work. You get a chance. She said she'd babysit while you make calls, so we can get you on the phone. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Said
from the comfort of your home. Get real-time updates on
phone calling might be the hardest.
on the application process.
Said phone calling.
Come down here and do your job.
How does she still have a job when you don't?
Because, darling, I'm retraining her as my PA. Come on, assistant, assist.
But I don't understand.
It's very simple. You are a PA. I tell you what I have to do, and then you tell me what I have to do back, all right?
But I'm scared.
Oh, stop it. Oh, get off me, get off me. Go and ask Patsy if she wants another drink. Eddie, I'm trying to work. Go on.
Said phone calling might be.
And get it delivered to your door. And support from the comfort of your take ID photos from the comfort of your
Respect, because I know what you're capable of. Tulsa belongs to me. I don't answer to any man.
It's like the death of your mother when you're 15, as very sadly many people have experienced, and no one wants to experience. It leaves you, it'll either make or break you, and I wouldn't let it break me. I wanted it to make me. I wanted her to be proud of the person I would become. I didn't want her worried or her legacy to be that, William and or Harry were completely and utterly devastated by it, and that all the hard work and all the love and all the energy that she put into us when we were younger would go to waste.
My friend, where you put your attention is where you put your life. So you have to think about, everybody listening, where is your attention and your focus going on in your life? Because that is what's coming back to you all the time. Because that is the other principle that is my religion. It's the third law of motion in physics, which is for every action there's equal and opposite reaction. You don't have to believe it. It's happening, whether you want to, whether you care to see it or not. What you're putting out is coming back. What you're putting out is coming back.
Heaven. Pressure is a privilege. That's what makes you. And mistakes are not failures. Do not ever perceive a mistake as a failure. Perceive it as feedback. Everything is feedback. Pay attention. Be curious. Be nimble. Don't take things personally. And never lose sight of your dream. Struggle is a never-ending process. Freedom is never really won. You earn it and win it in every generation.
Most of the energy people lose is because they're future traveling in their brain, right. And I'm really nowhere but here.
Everybody really likes you when you do everything everyone asks and tells you to do. Nobody likes you when you have boundaries. I had to learn to grow some boundaries.
Tried to run away and pretend that you weren't who you are to me, then you wouldn't have.
There's no way that you've worked this hard that something amazing isn't going to happen. You have to keep going. You have to believe that this moment is preparing you for something amazing that hasn't happened yet.
God has spoken over you will come to pass. Not partially, not in an indirect way, not through your cousin, not to where you say this is good enough. God is going to surprise you. He's going to do it even though it seems too late, even though you've made mistakes, even though you've already accepted that Ishmael is good enough. God is saying, get ready, Isaac is coming. For some of you, like God told them, by this time next year, you're going to see something God promised that you've already written off, something that you've already accepted. It's too late now. You've settled, but you don't know what God is up to. He said, have I spoken it, and shall I not bring it to pass? At 90 years old, against all odds.
Pays well. And yes, I'm talking about writing. My name is Nikki Krozik, and I've been a professional copywriter for more than have come to us with no prior knowledge or very best decisions of your life. Sign up. If you're a good writer, then I have great news for you. You are about to discover the very best career for your talents and skills. It's fun.
You know, I'm not as happy as most grandparents are. I don't really get it. I really don't. Oh, here come the grandkids. I go, damn.
Because, so I thought you did like having grandkids because you just have them for a short time and then they go away.
Yeah, but see, my wife is really into this grandparent thing, so she lets them stay over at the house, and I told her that's not how this is supposed to work.
Right.
They're supposed to come over and then go home. When they spend the night, and that's the newest one. That's number 5.
Look at
over that and take a chance, because you have to fail in order to find the new.
It's fun for me. It's like if I fail, it's no big deal. If something don't work out, I'm not afraid of failure, because to me, I never feel like a loser. You know, even when I've lost, I still, feel like I'm winning because I'm earning some sort of, experiences, something that I can use somewhere else.
Very soon you learn to use all these beautiful little things that happen. I think in one of the earlier shows I mentioned, we don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
Seriously, what does failure mean? It
It doesn't exist. If you fail on Monday, the only way it's a failure on Monday is if you decide to not progress from that, right? So to me, that's why failure is not existent. Because, if I fail today, okay, I'm going to learn something from that failure and I'm going to try again on Tuesday.
You know your life is bigger than that one moment. You know you're not defined by what somebody says is a failure for you.
You have to give yourself permission to fail.
Most people never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask. And that's what separates sometimes the people that do things from the people that just dream about them. If you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far.
How to spend a day in Bath. Last week, I took the train from London to visit this elegant city. Upon arriving, I headed straight to the Roman baths, an absolute must-visit while here. For lunch, I made my way to Sally Lunn's, known as the oldest eating house in Bath. The famous buns with jam were delicious. I highly recommend spending the afternoon walking around and taking in all the sights. Lastly, you have to do a Bridgerton walking tour. Seeing all of the filming locations in real life was such a fascinating experience.
Spittoons would be considered formal wear.
Persian. I think I talked about my Persian at home about when I had growing up. Pudgy. This cat is way above that Pudgy was. Beautiful, beautiful coat.
10 powerful truths in life. 1. Silence is more powerful than trying to prove a point. 2. When trust is broken, sorry means nothing. 3. Control your actions. Learn to react less. 4. When you are honest, you lose people who don't deserve you. 5. A beautiful heart is worth more than 1,000 beautiful faces. 6. A small circle, private life, clear mind, and happy heart are invaluable. 7. Never go back to somebody who has already broken you. 8. Stop overthinking. You can't control everything. Just let it be. 9. If somebody is stupid enough to walk away from you, be smart enough to let them go. 10. True friends are very rare. If you have one, you're very lucky. If you agree with this message, type a yes in the comments. God bless.
He might say no. I doubt he will. Well, why doesn't he ask me?
My mom's window's over. Is somebody gonna?
I don't want it to be like this reason. So.
Life is better when you make space for what you love. This world will rob you of every ounce of happiness that you possess if you let it. You have to be intentional about giving yourself something to.
We're going to send a very strong message out that people who are my supporters, we want them to vote for President Trump. If we're going to accomplish the mission that I set out to accomplish when I got into this campaign, to end the censorship.
That's surprising me. I have learned my lesson.
Is here to help from negotiating. Okay? Good job.
Are you?
Really casual.
I'm just not sure. I know that.
Todd should be so lucky to get it.
I didn't say anything about her not being pretty enough.
You did.
But if you want to.
Anyone mention Sunday?
I mentioned Sunday.
Et une présidente de la Fédération monégasque de pétanque.
Instead, I came up with another option, which is what? Yes, okay. I wasn't standing here.
Sunday lights ain't bright. I can make it through this night.
One of these days when we both are
I'm the author of Wrong Place at Wrong Time, and I'm going to be reading to you from page 100. Look, I can't, Cleo says. Jen looks around the hallway.
My stomach doesn't feel so great. I think I have the flu. I think you're nervous. Okay, I'll find him in a minute. You look pretty. I do? Oh, thank you. I should cancel.
Hello, my name is Kaylin Reddick.
My name is Justin Harris.
I had the opportunity to attend the Paris 2024 Olympic Games as an NBC intern on behalf of the Girls Opportunity Alliance. I was so ecstatic.
Like, I felt every feeling that you could possibly feel. I was in the central tape department, so I managed all the game feeds that was coming in. I was also in the booth on comms with the people that was in Paris.
My role working on site in Paris, one consistent job was the luggage team. I would take their luggage when they arrived at the hotel, and then we would magically put it in their rooms. So when they were like getting settled and they'd go in their rooms, their bags would be there. I'm a big basketball fan. I got to see them go up against Brazil, Serbia, and then, of course, the gold-winning game against France. It was so stressful. I wasn't even on the court, but you would have thought I was playing too.
When I first arrived at NBC, I was very nervous. I know it wasn't going to be a lot of people like me in the office. So when I seen a person like Rayvon and Don Shay, two black men, I leaned onto them. I told them, like, it means the world to just see another black man in his position. And since then, they pretty much took me under their ropes.
This entire opportunity has been so tremendous. I would like to give a big thank you to Girls Like Chicago, as well as the Girls Opportunity Alliance at the Obama Foundation for connecting me with all the right sources to even apply for this opportunity. I'm a current sophomore at Rice University, studying political science on the pre-law track. Everything I learned, I know that I will be utilizing it in school and then in my future career as well.
I learned so many different sports that was in this world, like artistic swimming, handball, rugby. So I'm extremely grateful to be able to have worked at the Paris Olympics for 2024 and for this unique opportunity that my brother's keeper has presented in front of me.
Chicago! It's good to be home. It is good to be home, and I don't know about you, but I'm feeling fired up. I am feeling ready to go. Even if I am the only person stupid enough to speak after Michelle Obama. I am feeling hopeful because this convention has always been pretty good to kids with funny names who believe in a country where anything is possible. Because we have a chance to elect someone who has spent her entire life trying to give people the same chances America gave her. Someone who sees you and hears you and will get up every single day and fight for you. The next president of the United States of America, Kamala Harris. It's been 16 years since I had the honor of accepting this party's nomination for president. And I know that's hard to believe because I have not aged a bit. But it's true. And looking back, I can say without question that my first big decision as your nominee turned out to be one of my best. And that was asking Joe Biden to serve by my side as vice president. Other than some common Irish blood, Joe and I come from different backgrounds, but we became brothers. And as we worked together for 8, sometimes pretty tough years, What I came to admire most about Joe wasn't just his smarts, his experience. It was his empathy and his decency and his hard-earned resilience, his unshakable belief that everyone in this country deserves a fair shot. And over the last 4 years, those are the values America has needed most. At a time when millions of our fellow citizens were sick and dying, we needed a leader with the character to put politics aside and do what was right. At a time when our economy was reeling, we needed a leader with the determination to drive what would become the world's strongest recovery. 15 million jobs, higher wages, lower health care costs. At a time when the other party had turned into a cult of personality, we needed a leader who was steady and brought people together and was selfless enough to do the rarest thing there is in politics, putting his own ambition aside for the sake of the country. History will remember Joe Biden as an outstanding president who defended democracy at a moment of great danger. And I am proud to call him my president, but I am even prouder to call him my friend. Now, the torch has been passed. Now it is up to all of us to fight for the America we believe in. And make no mistake, it will be a fight. For all the incredible energy we've been able to generate over the last few weeks, for all the rallies and the memes, this will still be a tight race in a closely divided country. A country where too many Americans are still struggling. Where a lot of Americans don't believe government can help. And as we gather here tonight, the people who will decide this election are asking a very simple question. Who will fight for me? Who's thinking about my future, about my children's future, about our future together? One thing is for certain, Donald Trump is not losing sleep over that question. Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problem.
Kamala.
Hello. Hi.
Hey there.
Oh, hi. You're both together. Oh, it's good to hear you both.
I can't have this phone call without saying to my girl Kamala, I am proud of you. This is going to be historic.
We called to say Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office.
Oh, my goodness. Michelle, Brock, this means so much to me. I'm looking forward to doing this with the two of you, Doug and I both, and getting out there, being on the road. But most of all, I just want to tell you the words you have spoken and the friendship that you have given over all these years mean more than I can express. So thank you both. It means so much. And we're going to have some fun with this too, aren't we?
America, hope is making a comeback.
Democracy isn't just a bunch of abstract principles and dusty laws in some book somewhere. It's the values we live by. It's the way we treat each other, including those who don't look like us, or pray like us, or see the world exactly like we do.
This is our time to stand up for what we know in our hearts is right. It's up to us to remember what Kamala's mother told her. Don't just sit around and complain. Do something.
Kamala and Tim understand that when everybody gets a fair shot, we are all better off. They understand that when every child gets a good education, the whole economy gets stronger. When women are paid the same as men for doing the same job, all families benefit.
Because we know a strong middle class has always been critical to America's success. And building that middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency.
And no matter who you are, Kamala Harris is going to stand up and fight for your freedom to live the life that you want to lead.
I see an America where we care for one another, look out for one another, and recognize that we have so much more in common than what separates us.
America, hope is making a comeback.
Or if you said pass, assuming there's somebody better.
I'm not playing. Again? It wasn't funny last week and it's not funny now.
I want to play Wild Kingdom. With no pants.
We've been having.
Oh, happy day.
Martine is, so we can board him at any time.
If he's weird, you're just weird. Oh my goodness.
It's getting closer, going faster than a roller.
Baby, I'm your biggest fan. I'll follow you until you love me. Papa, Papa, baby, I'm the superstar. You Papa,
Yeah, we're science partners. Let's go.
Yes. Nothing.
everlasting love. This will be.
Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Ow, ow, ow. Show them, girl, yeah. Boom, boom, bow, bow, boom, 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 bow, 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 bow.
Not on Wednesdays.
Already noted.
My boys use so much slang, I don't even understand it. Riz. Now I know this one. That Joey Lawrence has some serious riz. It's like...
You are my honey bun, sugar plum,
to ask people to join World Vision's program to sponsor a child. We've just seen such a difference between 4 years ago and now with the families that have been helped, with the sponsors that have come in and stepped up for some of these children, like the girls that we sponsor, and just to see that they're now going to school, that they now have clean clothes, that they now have a house and a bed and clean water really close by so they can go get water when they want to cook or clean. And it's just amazing. And the family is just so proud now of what they've accomplished, of what they've been able to accomplish, and they're part of our extended family.
I think everybody should come and see the work that World Vision does and to see what they do and to sponsor someone.
What's all this?
I don't know what this back
A psychotic episode?
Like how you look.
I'm fine with the.
Oh, okay. Good. Well, I'm gonna get burrito.
Remember this, nothing worth doing ever, ever, ever came easy. Wall Street didn't build America. The middle class built America, and unions built the middle class. I'm proud to be the most pro-union president in American history. Folks, in this liberty, let me tell you what we're celebrating. We're celebrating jobs,
good paying jobs. Jobs you can raise a family on, union jobs. You've heard me say it before, but my dad used to have an expression. He said, Joey, a job's about a lot more than a paycheck, for real. It's about your dignity. It's about respect. It's about being able to look your kid in the eye and say, it's going to be okay, and mean it when you say it. And I'm determined to make that a reality for every family in this country. And we are making it a reality.
You relax on a bus when you don't even know the driver. You're fine on a plane with a pilot you've never met. And you're cool on a boat with a captain you've never seen before. So why not relax in life knowing that God is in control? Just like the driver deals with traffic, the pilot handles turbulence, and the captain navigates through storms. Trust that your path is being guided, even if you can't see what's ahead. They all have one mission: to get you safely to your destination. So work with the same focus and drive. Push forward, keep your eyes on the prize, and let God handle the rest. Trust the process. You're not just a passenger, you're a co-creator in this journey. Embrace the uncertainty, because that's where faith and growth happen. Now remember, the greatest adventures come when you let go of fear and trust in something bigger than yourself. If you've been watching this far, drop a 100% in the comments and hit that follow button.
Rory? Who are you? Rory? Answer, please. Rory?
This is the fourth ridiculous gathering you've dragged me to this week.
I'm the president of the board, Richard. I have to be there.
Saving the Thuringian pansy. Who ever heard of such a thing?
It's a very rare flower that is rapidly disappearing from the face of this earth.
Well, who cares?
As president of the Horticultural Society, I have to care.
The last thing I need is to spend 4 hours being bored out of my skull by the same people I'll be bored out of my skull by tomorrow night at the symphony fundraiser.
Which reminds me, we need to get your other tubs back in the cleanest